And we're live, folks, for ACL playoffs.
Welcome to the most magical time of year.
Waiting on a few of them to go live so we can hop in. We got quite a treat. We got season 1 and season 2. Season 1 and season 2 winners, Viva and Fatal. You got Virtual Talent versus Los Pibes RG. Holics versus Toxic Goats. And then you got Most Hated versus Joga Bonito. You guys have any thoughts on those games? Anybody in particular you guys are choosing?
I think the whole first round here, I mean, all 8 teams who made it into the East playoffs, it's just going to be a fucking slugfest, you know? I mean, incredible, incredible, incredible teams, you know? Definitely the strongest league. D1 East is definitely like our flagship. I think any of these matchups can go either way, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I would say the game to watch out of all of them, if there was to pick one above the others, would probably be the Fatal Viva matchup, round 1. Basically a title fight.
Yeah, I mean, this is the second time they meet in the first round. Last time Fatal came through. So right now we got a 1-1 record against each other. So it's going to be nice to see settle the score.
Yeah, 100%. And we have all the streams, Henry. Toxic Goat
Yeah.
just posted theirs. Okay.
Well, Toxic Ghost is in YouTube, I think. This
Yeah.
this doesn't work with YouTube because
Okay.
if I like tab off of YouTube, the live, it like stops.
Gotcha. Technology, folks. Technology. Need to invest
But
in ACL streaming services through the website here.
yeah. But yeah, I got everybody, so we'll be able to watch all 4 games.
Yeah, I mean, all 4 should be great matchups. Holics versus Toxic Goats. I think Holics is going to take that. We've got Most Hated versus Jaga Bonito. I mean, there again, I'd have to go with Most Hated. You know, they're just so tough in the playoffs. Virtual Talent should beat P-Bay's ARG. You know, that's also could be a potential upset opportunity there for P-Bay's ARG, in my opinion. And then you've got Fatal versus Viva, which I think Fatal may take it. So we'll have to see how it goes. Detox, what are your thoughts on that? Your old Viva buddies.
Uh, I got no hard feelings towards them. They're a strong team, but Fatal. I mean, that's technically a final, right, for a first round game.
Yeah.
So potentially, it's probably the biggest game for the first round, and I feel the same with the other teams. I think Most Hated is going to take it. They're more experienced. I mean, that's a playoff team in my opinion. And then VT's been on fire since I don't know halfway through the season, and they finished first. Even though those Beavers are good, I just don't see them overtaking Virtual Talent.
Yeah, I mean the thing about playoffs is finishing first doesn't really help you much.
Right.
Sometimes
And
it does.
like 90% of people, they say that season is just season, and everybody steps up in playoffs. So
yeah, so
I guess we'll see if people can back up what they say.
All right, so we want to hop into that VT game real quick. They look like they're already about to start. Everybody else is still. I'm still waiting on them to go live. We can watch a little bit of.
Who do we got here, Henry?
VT versus Los Pibes.
I think this will be a good game.
Yeah, we can watch the first couple minutes.
All right, kick off.
There we go.
There we go. Playoffs has officially started.
Round 1.
Let's put a link here.
Since you're a big Xbox expert, Detox, in your opinion, what has changed between Virtual Talent now and the last 2 seasons?
Oh, weren't they always mostly PlayStation.
Virtual talent?
Yeah, I haven't followed Virtual Talent that much since I came back. This is like the first FIFA they've been together, or have they been around?
No,
I don't
they were an
know.
Xbox team that came over.
Yeah, they
Honestly,
were one of the
when we had the
originals.
Switch.
Yeah, they were one of the 5 teams that we were told were.
They've been here for a couple seasons. I mean, they consistently finish top 5 almost every season, so they always
Yeah.
have a super strong team. They've just never managed to put it together for
Yeah.
a playoff run.
I definitely think there's a lot of good PlayStation players, and now that we can intertwine everybody, I think it's made a lot of teams a lot stronger than they were. Like
Yeah,
Xbox had a certain play style, and PlayStation had a play style. I know you guys spoke about that a few times.
yeah, 100%. I mean, when Xbox came
Oh,
over, it was so
There,
much.
Los
yeah,
Pibes
go
Oh,
won
on.
0?
Los Pibes.
oh! I told you. What did
What?
I say? What did I say?
We're
Oh
smelling
Potential
it.
no!
upset.
We might be witnessing a first upset.
This is
You know,
where
That
you gotta
1-8
step
upset
up.
is that one upset is always
I
there's
think that's the
interesting.
always
worst. That's the worst
always
position.
one. Yeah, there's always one, bud.
I personally hate being down first. It just puts all that pressure on you to try to come back. I hate it.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's definitely always
And in
tough.
a playoff game, ugh.
I mean, here's the thing, right? In these games, literally anything can happen. I mean,
Yeah, I
people
agree.
like to claim this FIFA that there isn't a skill gap, but there clearly is. Like
Oh,
we were
there
just talking
is.
about before the goal. When Xbox came over, their playstyle was so different, than anything anybody on PlayStation was running that they kind of all dominated season one. And then
Right.
as the teams mixed and the new game came and playstyles changed, everybody kind of integrated and a couple teams have separated themselves, but in East, I mean, it's stacked, all the way 1 through 14,
Yeah.
so definitely crazy.
I can't
We-
say from the remembrance I had before I stopped playing. Now it's a lot more competitive all the way through D1. Before it was just like those few teams, but now I think, unfortunately with some people, but I think everybody is good enough, and it gives you a problem at some point. Like they'll
Yeah,
take points off of you on any day type thing. I
yeah,
mean, look at
100%.
Gifted. You know,
Yeah.
they took points off of a few top 4 teams, and
Ooh,
they
good move by
almost got
East.
in the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, ACL is probably one of the only leagues where on any given night, like we've talked about before, a bottom table team could beat a top of the table
Yep.
team. And it's one of those things where it's definitely the strongest league out of anybody out there. So it's always fun to watch these matchups like that.
All right, so we got another game underway. Viva versus Fatal. This is gonna be interesting. I feel like this is gonna be one of those third game
I
thrillers.
think so.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it's definitely going to be.
I mean, the
tight.
first game, the first series was, all Viva, complete domination.
Fatal is just a different animal in the playoffs. I mean, Viva has the team to beat them. It's just can they get over that hump? I mean, Fatal's kind of been a Viva killer, so that and most hated, our teams, them and most hated are just tough teams to play in the playoffs. Lots of experienced people, they're all battle tested. So it'll be interesting to see.
Okay. I'm still waiting on most hated to go live. Fantasma had some issue. I'm not sure what's going on.
Let me check
Oh.
the chats.
They sent me a different person now.
There you go.
And my PC's typing by itself.
Woo! They should have won bang that and tried to hit it off the volley.
MED.
Jesus, this guy switching back and forth between cameras is on crack.
Yeah, God's work is very. He uses that cam a lot. I do it too, to be fair. I'm constantly flipping back and forth.
All right. We're still waiting on the other two to start.
Hello.
Hey. What's going on?
He has awakened.
Sir.
What's going on in the R game? Has VT leveled it up yet?
They're still down 1-0. If y'all want to switch over to
that
that
is-
one.
No.
There was a
All right.
quick goal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's already up.
Oh no.
Yes, sir.
It's the curse of the number one spot.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
They're almost at halftime, still 0-0. I mean,
You know
0-1.
what? You know what I think it is when people are a 1 seed, their egos don't allow them to think that they can't possibly lose that game, which
Yeah.
causes them to lose, you know? Ooh,
Nice save.
wow. Fatal with a good early chance. Viva with Clifford in goal, right?
Yes, sir.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
The thing with Clifford being in goal, man, it's like they make every striker thinks twice before
Mhm.
doing what he actually wants to do,
Yeah.
and
I
it just
mean, he's a
ruins the
very
whole
good goalie.
situation.
Yeah, he's a very good goalie. I mean, he's tough to deal with as a manager, but he's a very, very good goalie.
Los
Oh,
Pibes
that's a
up
ball.
1-0 at halftime.
Crazy.
It's a
Crazy
bad-
going into game one.
That's
Most hated already started, so they're about to start.
Fatal with 2 really good chances already.
Yeah, Fatal's really on Viva right now.
They press very, very hard. You know, Fatal's one of those teams. You know, sometimes they won't do a whole lot. You know, or they like kind of live by the knife's edge, especially on defense. You know, like it's a lot of last minute tackles and different things like that. But man, when they get out on the break and they get moving, really, really good at creating chances.
And honestly, good on Norback for not playing a fairly what we would like to call a short CB. I think he only plays 6'4". I don't think
Yeah.
he runs the 6'6", and everybody else does.
I think with people going back to a little bit smaller, that you know, it's definitely important to have that speed to not get cooked. You know, with the 6'6", definitely offers a lot, but you turn like a Mack truck. You know, in most instances, if you get beat by a step, it's done.
The 6'6" is great when, like, if your 2 outside CBs are like really good,
Mhm.
then you all you're doing is cleaning up.
Yep.
All right, I messed this up.
That's all right.
Honestly, I'm not even like worried for VT. I think they're going to come out of this, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean it's extremely early, right? I mean,
Yeah, it's early. There's another game at hand.
yeah, I mean, here's the thing: 1-0 in the
Like
first game at first half. Henry, technical difficulties.
Technical
Yeah,
difficulties.
I don't know what's going on. I'm trying to replace Ibarra's thing, but it won't let me.
That's all right. Just go back.
I hate this thing.
That's fine, bro. It's fine.
Hold on. Stay with us.
So somebody Magic Leo asks, is he tripping or do I see Juansi on Viva?
No,
Definitely do.
I believe he is.
Yeah.
All right.
Bet.
Y'all want to watch the start of the Hollis game while I get this worked out?
Yeah. Let's do it.
It's gonna be a good game.
Yeah. So far we've got PB's ARG up on virtual talent. We've got 0-0 Viva Fatal so far. We got Harlix kicking off right now against Toxic Goats. That should be another good game. Harlix, I think, you know, if they could get over some of those early round jitters that they've had the last couple seasons, I mean, could potentially win everything.
They definitely can, especially with the pretty good pickups, honestly.
Yeah, they
obviously
definitely
picking up Pep, who's arguably, intended for top 5 CB. Who else? Scotty. Scotty was a huge defensive mid pickup. It looks like they put Fetz back at the center back position. Could be wrong. Yes, he is.
I see Curly. Curly's on Toxic Goats. He won a couple titles with Fatal. Pretty good outside mid.
Yep, Curly is another player. Gets moved around a lot, I feel.
Yeah.
Pesca, Cam. Who's the other CDM for Alex?
I'm not sure.
Scotty and who else?
Isn't it? No. I think they might have Joe playing there. I could be wrong.
Joe
Tofsky?
Striker. Tofsky's playing Big Man
Oh,
up
is-
top.
Jesus, him and Phantasma.
We have a
Oh, there
pen
you
in
go,
the most
Sting.
hated. Oh, it's saved.
Is this
All right.
it's not footy, is it?
Nah, footy's usually. Honestly, with a name Singh, it could be.
That's footy. So I don't
yeah, yes it is. Uh,
No, most hated has started, and they're 1-0 up.
there's already
on
some
Joga.
beef with Roshi calling Ortiz ass. I don't know what that was for. I don't know if it was a joke. I don't know if he meant it.
I could say as the most hated player still on the roster that Ortiz is ass. He's just a dick, but
right.
he's a good player.
Did you say
We should be good
most
now.
hated is up already?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we should be good now.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
I got all 4 up. Yeah, most hated is up 1-0.
VT's
leveled.
tied. Yep.
Leveled. Other 2 games also leveled. Where do you guys want to go?
Let's go. Let's go VT right now.
Yeah. Give me VT.
There we go.
East Evan. Correct me if I'm wrong, but these Los Bleeps guys, a D2 team the first season of 24, correct?
Art, yeah.
Yes. I remember.
Yeah, and they came up the second season.
They've been good. I mean, they got in.
No,
and,
is that it? Because they were another. They had a
there
different
was,
name.
it
It was somebody that got took their spot that has been begging
That's a
us for
ball.
D1 spot.
Ooh,
That's a ball. That's a
And
pass.
there it is, 2-1.
All right, that's good. Let's switch over to Fatal.
Just
Anybody tuned in? This is like fucking NFL red zone up in here.
Yeah, for real.
Gotta switch it around.
quick update, fellas are winning their game.
We
1-0?
love to see it. We love to see
Yeah,
it.
1-0.
I do. It's funny. Despite all the trolling, I do want to see them get to D1.
The team that they have, it's a mixture of Fellas and Phoenix, the Isco's team of last 2 seasons. They're all great guys. Jay's Ways likes to obviously bust balls but like Stride, the manager, he's a good guy.
I think people see me and Jay talk to each other in public sometimes and thinks we don't like each other, but I mean we actually get along pretty well.
I think everybody you talk to in public, it looks like you hate everybody.
Yeah.
But then I get like, hey man, Pete's such a nice guy. He's DMing me. We're talking.
Yeah.
I'm like,
I actually like
I would have
Jay's.
never thought.
No, yeah, I actually like Chase.
Believe it or not,
I'm-
even Dean had some really nice words or nice things to say about you.
I'm just a troll, like a ball buster. You know what I mean? I'm Italian. We grew up in a family that busts balls. You got to be a ball buster, especially if you're playing in FIFA. You got to be a ball buster. Ooh,
Good save.
what a save! Wow.
Now, was Yashin always on Fatal?
Yes.
Like he was somewhere else. Okay.
I mean, he's moved once or twice, but he's been mostly a Fatal player, for the last couple seasons.
How
Yeah,
old
Fatal.
would you say is Fatal? How old?
Fatal
Like,
is one of
100.
the oldest teams in ACL. They've been around literally since the beginning. In one aspect or another, a guy named Fear Z used to run it, and then it was taken over by Ronaldo Skills.
Gotcha.
Curly for a while, and then Ronaldo Skills, and then Curly again, and then Ronnie again. So, but they've always, been up there. And almost every season, they're just in it. They just have a really good core.
I'm really upset. Prolific is no longer a thing.
Yeah, I mean, well, they are. They're just famous now, basically.
Oh,
I was
okay.
about to say I'm playing with like half of the prolific guys.
Look at that comment. Go.
That's a big.
Fatal up 1-0.
That was a nice shot.
I like this
That was
comment from
nice.
Westside Killer.
Westside Killer be going
I'm not
crazy.
even gonna read it. I'm not even gonna read it. I'm just gonna leave it up there for a little bit.
I'm a mama.
On my mama.
And there it is, Fatal.
Well,
So now, old club. The players that are on the field now, same players from back then, different. What are we?
I mean, there's.
oh no.
Hold on. Nope,
Nah.
can't.
Oh,
Oh my god!
Hey,
Oh boy.
it's
Oh
Look.
boy.
Holix is up 1-0 on top goats or goats, whatever his name is.
I'm glad we stuck with the action. That was an absolute banger.
That was
I
two.
can't pronounce
two
his
bangers.
name
back to
right.
back
Yeah.
goals.
Yeah,
Two
he's gay.
bangers.
Good.
Luis G?
Luis Gay.
G.
I call him
Luis G.
Louisi.
Luis Gay.
I feel like a lot of them are still.
Ooh.
I
in
mean, they
Fatal.
definitely like
I.
I
O'Brien,
O'Brien has been around
yeah.
since this team
Since
called
Infamous
Infamous
folded.
Ones. Yeah, he used to
That's
play
another
with
team.
T.
That's another team. I remember
Mhm.
when we were playing on the Xbox side.
Yeah,
Toxic Goats and Holix
Tiago, the
1-0 at
former
half.
Tiago's the former Portland Timbers EMLS player.
Yes, yes.
So you said Holix is up at the half?
Yeah. Holix is up. Most hated is up 1-0. I did not catch the end of the virtual talent game, but I'm assuming 2-1.
What do you
So
guys
here's a-
think? Go ahead,
Okay.
Pete. Sorry.
Oh no, I was just gonna ask real quick. So, you guys have a lot of experience with Viva, both personally and from playing with them a little bit. Like, what do you think's going through their head right now, down 2-0 this, going into this game too? Do you think it's chaos or where do you think they're at? Do you think they can
Should
battle
be,
back here?
It's
Go ahead.
yeah, I think Romani knows the OG Viva, which I think was maybe handled different, which I think it was. Right now, the party's probably just really silent,
Mm-hmm.
and I think they're just trying to figure out probably at this point what they're gonna do
Fatal
for
on
game
the
2.
attack.
Because
Yeah.
Fatal on
When
the
we-
attack.
Oh
3-0.
my
no,
God.
again.
God.
Oh, this is not
Viva
good for the
is
first
getting
game.
Revenge
banged
from
on.
Fatal getting revenge from that season 1 series where they took
Wow.
8, 7, 7, 8.
It was 7-0.
Yeah, so 4 more to go for them if that's what they're
Now,
trying to
So
remake.
playing with Viva, right?
Yeah,
It's probably the best club Xbox side has had.
Yeah.
I would
since
say
forever.
since forever. Right?
Is that 4? That's
No, there's
4.
no way. There's no way. It's over. That's crazy.
And
All right.
and you always had Pep and Andressi essentially, keeping everybody calm and getting things moving, right?
Huh.
And I've been saying this from the start. This Viva team that we see on the field individually, let's be honest, they're all great players. They're all insane. They're all nasty.
Holix up
it's-
2.
But that
Nothing.
doesn't make you win. You don't win a championship with
Yeah,
11
you have
nasty
to be
players.
a team. You have to be a team. It was like you said, definitely a different vibe talking and dealing with Andressi. Like I mean, I didn't play there, but you could tell it was just a whole different vibe with him.
A whole different vibe. You had Pep, you had Andressi, just essentially being the captains you need. And Viva was never about having the best players on the team. It was always about people who
Friendship.
cared about the club. It was never the best, and it always worked that way.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean it's crazy. I mean, going back to, something Romani said, I think I got laughed at when I said that Fatal, is gonna beat Viva or is gonna give them a hard time if they meet again. And someone said, nah, do you remember that? And here we are, bud.
Fatal is just so like
They're
they
just so
play
good.
so good,
They're
and then like
just so
sometimes you
good.
watch them like these guys have never played FIFA ever in their life.
I just think that they're one of those teams that gets lazy during the season. That's the
think
only
so.
the
I
only
think-
explanation for it.
I could be it because like there's times I watch them, I'm like, okay, this is a solid team, and there's times I'm like, how are these guys a team? How are these guys even in D1 sometimes?
Mm-hmm.
But look what they're doing.
Ooh.
Chesco just missed Joe for pass. What are we looking at on the other games right now? Anybody else on?
BT is about to start game 2.
think they
Viva's
That
lining
ended
up.
2-1.
I think it was 2-1 VT.
Yeah, I think it was 2-1. I honestly didn't catch the end of the score. I think it's 2-1.
How are we looking on the most hated game?
They're still up 1-0. Like that's how that game's
Yeah.
gonna end.
Oh boy, here we go.
Good
Oh.
save.
So fun fact: the goalie for Holics
All right, we can
was
watch.
a
This one's
is
almost
apparently a Clifford type goalie that was on Viva,
Mhm.
but had to stop playing because he's in the military. But he's back now. So this is just rumors that I
Okay.
hear.
Oh, that's a good tackle. Joga on the attack here at the end. Most hated the defense man on this team. Unbelievable.
They probably have the best defense
Oh, no doubt about it. No doubt about
overall.
it.
Like overall, I think they do.
I think Ibarra, especially this season, has just been
Oh,
unreal.
Is that a
Okay.
And
pen?
that's a penalty.
Yeah, it's a pen.
This really is NFL red zone for FIFA right now. Bringing you all the action.
People got to be careful with
Yeah,
those.
we're doing very good on the views
Those
too.
stomps,
34.
man. You
Oh.
have to.
You
Good
can't
save.
scramble plus clear
1-1.
in the box is the biggest thing, especially when you're in a pile up.
You got to be careful.
Prestigious Leo. Come talk to me about him.
Prodigious Leo,
Yeah.
we've been around for a long time. I mean, really, really good player. I mean, he's been part of the most hated core for like a while now. They usually have him out wide. I definitely think he's one of the better players in the league that's kind of not talked about, you know?
Every
Um,
time I've played against him, he's always given me trouble.
Yeah. I mean, he's not really talked about. I mean, everybody obviously knows how great Diego is, and then you've got Ibarra in the center. Um, so I mean, the defense kind of gets more of the love on that team, but Leo's definitely a crazy good attacker. He could play in any of the teams that are in this league, but you just don't hear his name very much.
It's usually the quiet players that
Mm-hmm.
do a lot more damage than the loud players. Most hated finish tied 1-1, and Fatal and Viva are about to start up again. This is the last game that's still in the first game.
Let's also not sleep on Yoga.
Yeah, for sure.
Hey.
I mean, I have heard that I don't know too much about them personally, but I know he pays very well, tries to build a really good team. So, they kind of, I don't want to say everybody talked that they would be super, super competitive, maybe compete for the top spot, but
they didn't.
They didn't.
Spoiler alert.
It's hard with a lot of mercenaries, like we were talking about the chemistry of Eva. When you're bringing in that many new players, it's tough to really build something sustainable.
Well,
Yeah.
what is, I guess, since you guys used the word being competitive, I mean, I think finishing top 8 in D1 East is, because I mean, look at the teams that was 9, 10, 11, and 12.
Yeah, I mean, even up to 14 to 16.
Yeah,
could really,
like you had average pros at
you got a 1-0.
11.
1-0 who?
I mean 2-1.
Oh.
Toxic Goats.
Ooh.
Game glitched.
He almost had that too.
It doesn't show the 1 for some reason, but yep, they're 2-1.
Yeah, I mean, we've managed to capture a lot of the action, so this has been good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and now Manny with the chance.
And that's the end of that.
It's,
all right, Alex. All you got to do is not choke. Come on.
Which ones do you want to hop in? Viva just started, and then
let's go to VT. Let's go to the VT game.
The,
I never thought I'd say.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I never thought that I should say we shouldn't watch the Fatal Viva game, but let's stick with this one. Go ahead, Detox.
Yeah, it's tough, commentating because it's just playing with Viva and stuff. Like you really don't want to say anything negative. Like I would hate to say something negative about you guys, but I don't really know. I don't know, man.
I don't think it's really being negative as much as
is it a management problem? Is Andressi really that big of an impact on that team? Like, does it really feel like you're playing for Viva if Andressi's not there?
So here's the thing, and you guys have all played on teams, right? I think that whoever your leader is does play a big role, because if they don't have chill, or you just know you have that guy, if you go down, who's going to get you that goal, who's going to make that play, and I think mindset is really a big thing, especially in playoffs. Like you cannot get rattled, because that's how you get scored on, like just happened to Viva, a couple
like
in a row
back to
real
back.
quick. Yeah. And that tells me that, you get scored on once, you get tight, and then people start making mistakes, and that's how you lose games in the playoffs.
I've been
All
saying
right,
it.
I'll say it.
And Jesse's been consistent since I can remember. I think that once those guys left, and then Jesse kind of took his personal leave, it's just not Viva anymore. I'm
Yeah.
sorry to say, it's just not. I remember when you'd play in those parties, and the energy was just, it was great. Like, I loved
Fun,
playing
right?
with them before. Like, it was fun. Everybody, I don't know, man. This whole pay to play thing just really killed it for me. Like, you get in some of these teams, and the guys that are getting paid because they're quiet. They don't care. They're there because they already got paid type shit. I don't know.
Yeah,
I just
it's
think it
100
really killed the whole FIFA thing when everybody started buying players. I don't know.
chemistry is a lot, dude. Like you said about not being 11 individuals, I mean,
Yeah.
if
Eh,
you actually enjoy playing together compared to, you just have people who never play any other leagues with you, they don't show up to ever even just play for fun or whatever. I'm
Right.
not
Yeah.
I'm not talking about
Right.
practicing, but you got to build bonds and get familiar with each
Practice.
other. Yeah, who
We're talking
practices?
about practice. No, we're talking
And
about practice.
like
eh,
they're all cool guys. Like, people told me that they were like this and that, like about a few of them, but they were actually really chill people. But I just think that when people play for money, the whole aspect of playing for the certain team is just different.
Yeah, Romano,
Hey,
go ahead, man.
I'm
What were you gonna say?
Yeah, we
and
keep cutting Romani off.
to
I
talk
like to cut him
about
off.
what Detox
Oh,
going with off Detox is saying, he is right because, like, I'll say, I don't care. You can hate me after you want. Dennington, again, arguably one of the best center backs. Again, another top 5 center back. You could argue, right? He got paid to go to Viva.
Yeah.
There's a difference between having him there for a payday and he doesn't really care for the club per se. He's there to play, to win, of course. I'm not saying
Right.
he's there to lose, but at the end of the day, he got a paycheck.
right.
Whereas where you had Pep there, who made the club,
Yeah.
loves the club, wants the club to win. It's a different type of, and I'm
Yeah.
just, I know I'm singling just
No, you're
him
right
out,
though.
and I'm not, but that's the issue with these paid teams is because you got guys who don't give a crap about your club. They're there, they're there for a payday. That's it, nothing else.
Well, would you agree that, so they take the check to go there, but they're also the first, like, yes, they're trying to win, but I feel like those type of players are also, when things don't start going the right way, instead of trying to
Hey,
battle back, they check out, you
yeah, you
know?
got one foot out the door at that point.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. And again,
It
I'm not
was.
saying that Dannington is there to get a paycheck. He doesn't. I'm sure he cares. Obviously, he wants to win every game. So does everybody. But it's a different type of love for the club.
Right.
It's you
100%.
play differently.
I
You're
mean,
thinking about it all day. You're getting
I mean,
scenarios in your head. All this goes through. I don't know.
well, look at it like this, right? I managed, and as you guys know, spent my best years on Muscle Sharks with a bunch of my friends. We made it to D1. We weren't the best team, but I never paid anybody. We were just like a group of friends, and I never had more fun playing. But I'll tell you this: in the final seasons, like, it got to the point where we were really starting to try to win, and bringing in people who would be considered mercenaries. I stopped enjoying playing. We actually lost more than ever, with the people that everybody else said wasn't good enough. We won way more. And
Of
then
course.
I just ended up calling it. So it definitely plays a factor. If you don't enjoy playing with the people who are on your team, I mean, how are you really supposed to win? Like anything important.
I'm pro paying players.
Ooh.
5.
Oh my goodness.
What is going on here?
Viva is getting dog walked right now. They're getting boat raced. Insert any adjective you want. They are getting smacked.
I think
You know
they
who I
just
feel
gave
bad
up.
for? You know who I feel bad for right now? I feel bad I feel bad for Zay because he's
He
been
wants
wanting to
to
be on
play.
Viva for a long
Yeah.
time, and he truly loves the club. And I just feel bad this is happening to him
Let's
because
go to a more
he's such a
competitive
nice
game.
he's such a nice kid.
Damn, I never heard that.
Feel
Before.
bad for Money too.
Which one do
Money
you
too.
want?
I
Money's
had
a great
multiple
guy.
conversations with Money, and he, you know,
Money's a great guy, dude. I
Let's
love
watch
Money.
the
Let's most hated. Let's see a little most hated love in there.
most hated. A little. It's a bit of a snooze fest, but
It's all right.
The Wire.
yeah, they wire.
Yeah, he went to. He's been
No
playing
one
on
has
Another,
there.
that's
Yeah.
a very good CDM.
LimeWire.
I stick
Lamar
by
was the goat.
our first podcast assessment that Diego is the best CDM in the game, and it's not even close, man.
There's close, but I agree.
It's not close.
So you've converted to the Church of Diego like the rest of us?
Nah, I don't
Well,
watch enough.
I think everybody's been at the Church of Diego.
Well, I was hearing that Lake was better than him for a little while, right? Wasn't it
He's
Lake?
very
Yeah.
close. He's
I'd
very
say
All right.
pretty good.
I'm not
Oh
gonna say
my
that,
God.
but we watched Lake.
Mike, don't put me in these situations.
Regular
man.
season and-
Please.
Detox. You
Don't
think
put
every
me in
center?
these situations? No, I
Detox.
don't.
You think every CDM is bad? You think every
I
single
don't.
CDM is
I
bad?
don't. Don't
He
make
wasn't
me
s-
ruin like relationships with people that we grew up playing with. Please.
He wasn't special when we watched him
We
a couple
watched him, and he
times.
was getting cooked. So
He was
I've
getting
never seen-
cooked on. Listen, he was getting cooked
Oh.
on where? On
Leo,
Rose?
look at the moves by
Huh?
Leo here.
Oh my God.
Goodness.
how
he
do
was
how
getting
do
cooked in a game. I don't
how
know.
do-
Uh-oh.
Pepins?
Pepin's
In
a very good
back-to-back
striker.
games.
Another
Is it
tall
what?
striker.
He's a very good striker.
I do Pepins from back of the day when he was just like a fucking kid. Like a kid playing, like we met and playing drop-ins and
Ooh.
stuff like that. Leo is incredible, man.
That was
He's just
nasty.
so good.
But he lost it, so he's not that good.
I'm telling you, I'm surprised people don't talk about him more. I really am.
It's 'cause
Leo?
he doesn't talk about himself.
Yeah, very good
The
player.
only reason people talk about other people
Just
is they
rewind.
talk about themselves.
Did I just see a PS5 tag on him?
Yeah.
He's
He's
an
been a
Xbox player.
He was at PS5 last year.
Yeah, but I'm talking like
Formerly
historically.
an Xbox.
Yeah, historically.
Yeah, he used to post on the Facebook all his Xbox things, and people used to be like, "This is
Oh,
PlayStation."
you gotta
Would
get
laugh
that
at him.
shot.
Yeah,
That was a good
maybe
pass.
just a little.
There's Leo again. Good pass, Smith.
Monoflow 1410. VTech is still drawing with Pbis.
They're up 2-1 though, right? Correct.
I
Yeah,
believe
they're up
so.
2-1,
I'm gonna
yeah.
I'm gonna say that they're up 2-1 or maybe
Trevino, that's another good player.
what the hell is that guy's name?
He may or may not show up though. You don't know. That's the only issue with him.
That's the issue
That
with
kind of
everybody.
reminds me of Pops. There's this goalkeeper out west, Pops, who played for Syndicate a bit this season. I mean, when he shows up, he's incredible. He just falls
Doesn't
asleep
show up.
or doesn't show up sometimes.
Yeah.
Oh, Leo, no. And I feel like
Oh.
Most Hated always has like a different
Oh.
lineup every game.
Fatal just finished, missed their chance. We're
Well-
gonna catch the end of the virtual talent game.
Volt
Yeah,
is, on,
let's do it.
is on Most Hated?
Yeah.
What is going on here?
Yeah, so so the reason Most Hated has a different lineup every game isn't something tactical. It's just because they always struggle to get to the game on time. Trust me, I can't tell you how many phone calls I've had from Oscar to show up at the very last minute. So they definitely struggle with organization a little bit. But Oscar is the manager. He's been a little bit busy this season, so Ortiz has kind of been running things a little bit more, and it's been a little bit sloppy there, to be honest with you.
I think that's usually what happens when the main manager's not around.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the players tend to not.
Oh, Evan?
Oh,
Okay.
that's tough.
Type
defense.
is a really good CDM that doesn't get mentioned a lot.
I don't know much about him, but I believe
That's
Yeah,
the best-
he's really
that's the
good.
best
He's
part,
just
just
he
staying
doesn't
with
play.
that guy.
He doesn't play for like big clubs a lot, but he dominated in the D2 playoffs last season.
Elastics, another great outside mid.
Yeah, I mean, almost all these teams run 3-5-2.
Oh,
Nah. I
about to say.
was about to say nah.
Almost all these teams run 3-5-2, and
Hollis
you got to have
has
good outside mids.
a 2-1 lead. Most hated.
Hollis
Most
is up.
Hated just scored.
Most hated is
Yep.
up.
Most
So
Hated
there-
is up.
Nice.
Let's leave it
Spr-
at 4 for a little bit.
It's
Just
actually a
watch
good
all
game.
4.
This hated Joker game.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Most Hated game.
they've honestly all been good games except Viva.
The one game that we thought was going to be
Yeah, the one that I
yeah.
thought was gonna be. Oh, goalkeeper out. No,
Oh, okay.
because even Los Pibes are giving them a good run for virtual.
Yeah, they
now.
definitely are.
Go to the end of this PB's game since we've only got a minute left in game 2 here. Let's see if
Yeah,
anything
they're
happens here.
pushing. They're pushing. And this might be the end.
No.
This
Put
might
the
be
dagger.
the end.
Put the
This might be.
dagger.
This might be a.
The dagger.
Oh my
No.
God,
Oh no! what are
and
you
that's
doing?
the end.
Oh wait, they got a corner.
Oh, well,
They're gonna go
they'll-
short. and
they
they're gonna
they
put it
won't
Yeah.
they won't get back in time. That's the
There you
thing.
go.
All
Well,
right.
Congratulations, VT.
Yeah.
Oh,
At least,
Congratulations.
most hated got
at
a
least
pen.
Beer's put up a fight. It was a
Yeah,
good game.
most
Almost
hated
hated 2-0.
2-0.
The me most
Unfortunate,
hated.
Which one do you want to watch?
Let's go to well, I mean, I think we should stick with let's go, let's go to the Fatal Viva game for a second. Why not?
I mean, because they're losing a lot.
Oh
Yeah.
man, they got another one. There's no way.
Another one.
It's
So
fine.
what happens? What happens to Vito after this?
Nothing if Jesse comes back. Viva comes back.
Is he coming
they-
back?
I don't know. I just know that he left for some
Are
personal
they coming
reasons.
back?
I think when you take losses like this in the playoffs, sometimes this could totally destroy a team.
Ooh, most hated.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh, he's
What I
offside.
think is gonna happen is
Joga missed the pen.
Jesse comes back and like the Avengers brings everybody back. That's supposed to be.
Yeah, I think he rebuilds back to
When you say brings people back, like who's coming back?
You're gonna try to bring back Pony. Gonna try to bring
Yeah,
back
Pony,
Pep. It's a
Pep.
new game.
yeah.
And
See
where
The
what
are
happens.
the guys who've been winning for the past.
I
10
mean, what
years.
happens currently if I was manager of a team like this and money was forked over, I wouldn't even give you a chance to respond to anything. I'm kicking you out instantly. And I think that's the
Obviously-
problem with you getting
Obviously,
paid.
you would keep Vendy. You would keep money. You would keep everybody. Who cares? Essentially.
Yeah, like because
Oh, what is that?
I think we're gonna get our first forfeit in the playoff in D2 because someone's playing without an any and one of their guys dropped after the rule says
Oh,
specifically any is required. Yeah.
That's not a
very-
person I feel bad for, man. God's work.
yeah,
Such
because
a nice guy, too.
he grinds, he plays, man. He
Yeah,
just
he grinds, dude.
All right, let's switch over here.
it's a bad feeling because I felt that way when I got on to play with him. Like, oh, this is it, And it's like that disappointment that he's probably feeling that like
Where
you
you guys
wanted
wanna
the
go?
run.
They're
and then
both at first half.
It ends up what 9-0.
Well, let's take down the Viva. Let's take down the Viva game. Do we want to watch the Holics game? I mean, it's 3-0. Maybe we'll do a side by side.
Yeah, let me.
Oh, well, Fatal's about to end, so do a side by side with Holics and Moseda game.
Yeah.
Yeah, get rid of the other two if we can.
I fucked up.
All right, go to the Holics
There we
game
go.
right now.
There we
we
go. I got it.
There
Leave
we
it
go.
alone.
There we go.
Perfect.
Well, we wouldn't want to watch an ad, so let's watch this for right now.
All
Yep.
right.
So what do we got here? 2-0. So we were talking
So
about
it's
3-1.
3-1.
3-1.
Yep.
Yeah. Now,
say
my
it's tough
question
to
for
beat with the
Detox
World
is:
League.
do you have the message ready to go out after this game's over?
For what?
Detox has his own playoff game to worry about before that.
Nah, because they went hard at him in the pod. They went hard at him in the pod.
Who
Yeah,
did?
it was
Who
just
did?
one person. It was just one person.
Hey, it don't matter.
No,
It's the main person.
I have
You're
nothing.
right.
Hey,
You're right.
hey,
it's the
main
You're right.
person.
You're right.
Realistically,
I'm not telling him
I
to
don't
go
know.
at the whole team. I'm telling him to go at the person that went
Who's
at him.
talking crap to my boy Detox? Was it me?
It's Roshi. I mean, the kid. Like, I get it, man. He maybe feels like everybody's against him, but
There you
I
go.
told him this in
Side
the
by side.
beginning. You're gonna ruin your team if you keep letting people talk in your ear, and that's
Mhm.
exactly what happened. He's letting the wrong people talk in his
Mhm.
ear, and now this is the team he ended up with. Great players. I'm not saying anybody sucks, but
Does that feel?
you
That much
lost
better?
like half of your lineup from the beginning to now.
Yeah, Joga took over basically
know.
cousin Lovin. So
Yeah.
Phil is still there.
I was
But I'm
definitely gonna say
hearing
that.
I'm hearing whispers. I'm hearing whispers that Cousins are coming back next season.
They're dragging somebody in
That'd be
D2 to
fun.
playoffs. I know that. Cousins. I've seen a couple of their players down there.
If it's another meta tall build, from what I'm listening, it's another. Apparently, you could be 6'5" with 99 pace.
Yeah.
So
I'm
that's gonna
hoping
be
they patch it or
might
something.
be another year of
Yeah, I don't know because the
Can they
beta
just
always
stop
comes out.
ruining the game, please?
you
the
know, it
beta-
could be
Like,
it could be another season of me just watching streams. To be honest,
like when is it gonna stop? Stop with this big build BS. I'm so
Yeah,
sick
but
of
you
it.
know what? They let the small build
Dominate for like 6
dominate for
seasons in a row.
forever.
But I think the play style was different because
I
now
think
I'm just defending
It's
for my
not.
life,
I-
and then no, come on, like especially
Back in
like
the day, it
like
was
a 50
5-3
50
midgets, and they would you chase.
Listen, if they really
no
wanted to
CD would
make the
keep up.
game good, even if you picked a certain build type, if you played the position, you'd be locked in for the max stats for that position. You know,
Yeah,
and
like
that would
NHL or
fix a lot of
something.
things. Yeah, like that would fix a
Yeah.
lot of things. Like you shouldn't be able to use an
All
LM
these
build at
different-
strike. You know
yeah.
what I mean? You shouldn't be able to use a wingback build at CDM. You know, that would
But there's
fix
no
a lot of
wing
problems.
backs builds anymore.
Well, but
I think they took
right
them
now
out.
there are.
Yeah, they
but
took
you know what
the
I mean?
position out. Yeah, no, they took that position out.
Yeah, they should do a similar NHL thing where you have like a striker build with different types of striker, but you can only play that type.
Mhm.
Yeah,
that's not a bad idea. I mean, it works for NHL.
Yeah, I mean NHL, you got like all the different defensive
Yeah.
traits, and you want to play that trait, but you're gonna forfeit a stat in other ones, and it works out. No one ever really complains.
yeah.
How good are the PlayStation teams, man? My God.
Oh
Don't
God!
worry, I already.
not-
Hey, I already.
Oh,
Listen,
no,
I
I
just want to hear the fatal
no.
thing. I just want to hear you
Hey,
say
I
Pete was
pre-ordered.
right. Pete was
I
right.
pre-ordered on my
All right.
PS5. I'm joining
Fred,
you guys.
you missed it.
You
missed
no
the-
longer can call me an Xbox
Oh
player.
no! Fred's in
I've
here
got the
too.
PlayStation.
Fred's
No.
here.
Locked up already. We're good.
I just want to hear you say that Pete was right about Fatal, and that's all I need.
No, I didn't even hop on that. I was watching the stream and I heard the nonstop crying about height and this and that, and I had to hop on and just say, like, just get good. You know what I mean? Just get good.
Get gooder.
It's not that.
Get
Hey,
better.
Get
it's not
gooder.
that hard to play a 6'6" center back and just get good. You know what I mean?
Get
like,
better,
come on now.
man. Get good.
Just get good, bro. You know what I mean?
Get
like,
good.
You know what? You
Gooder.
know
Just
what?
get good. Like, look,
Get
that's
gooder.
all-
You're
I was
right.
literally- I
Yeah.
was literally
You're
sitting
already
in the room
good. You just have to get
with
gooder.
my wife right now, and I heard y'all
You know
on
what?
stage talking about this build, and I had to just hop on.
Brett's
here
coming
real
into
quick
the podcast from freaking Chili's right now. Let's
and
go.
say, just listen, just get good. That's all I have to say. Listen,
Get
it's not that
gooder.
hard. Run a 6'6"
Get gooder, bro.
back build. You're good. All right, just handle.
He's
your
in the middle of
business.
Chili's right now. People are looking at him talking about
Yeah.
builds.
Like, what is this guy talking
Listen,
about?
the talk about builds gets me real riled up. You know what I mean?
I love it.
Well, when it's everybody playing small, somehow it's being tactically intelligent. When it's people playing big, it's people abusing a meta somehow. So it's just people.
Look,
people
look,
bitch about what they don't
here's
like.
Here's the thing. I as a defender would rather play against a big build than a
Mhm.
little guy that's going to be shifty and be able to go
Yup.
around me and do shit like that. So I would rather. I'm totally fine with the big build. That's fine. You're making yourself one dimensional. That's easier for me to fucking defend. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I get
Yeah.
it that they get glitchy shit and stuff like that. But like I said, if you're playing tall, I know what you're doing. You're not doing
Right.
anything else.
6'3"
Also, if you
CD
think
is
about it,
fun.
right? If you're playing against a team with big wingers and you're playing against big wingers and you don't make yourself big and you keep getting beat down the wing, that's just a dumb choice on your part,
Well,
unfortunately.
yeah. When we played
Oh,
cracks
Avalos.
in
Avalos.
we played cracks in the preseason tournament, and they ran like 6'4" to 6'6" across the board. So like going into the first game of the season, like that we played them, everybody just went big, and they can't do anything. You know what I'm saying? Like it literally just like it shuts down their entire game plan if you're just playing big and you don't have like how Hollix does it with Joe and Edwin, where one's tall, one's small.
Yeah.
I think that's the best way to do it, because if you run too big, like you have no fucking mobility. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? And a lot of times, like Edwin don't get the ball a ton because
No.
Toxic Goats.
Oh, what are we at now?
1-1. I forgot their aggregate.
I
Oh
think-
wait, they're up 1 still.
Yep, I think
yeah,
it's
I
a
think
3-2.
Holics was up by
3-2.
1 after first game,
Yeah,
right?
3-2
Yeah, so
right
they're
now.
3-2.
Yeah.
Most hated is over.
Come
Most
on,
hated is
Alex.
through. Holly gets the opportunity to face their arch nemesis, their kryptonite.
The most hated, the Holics killers, dude.
I can tell you right now from talking to Edwin that they're in his head. They're absolutely in his head. And he offered to pay me a handsome sum of money to move them to the other side of the bracket. And I told him that you'll still have to go through them at some point. You know what I mean? Like, I genuinely think Most Hated is one of those teams that their style of play just
Matches up so nice with them.
well,
dude.
and especially in the East and especially in the playoffs, like they're hard to fucking beat in the playoffs.
Mhm.
What's going on? Nothing.
Well,
Because
what is the
we've-
aggregate on this right now? I
3-2.
Yeah.
3-2.
Woo!
Yeah, let's go, Pep.
Oh, we're watching the downfall of Holics.
Oh,
3-2
chill.
Holics.
Freddie's wife is out there getting mozzarella sticks right now.
Hell yeah, bro!
Holics trying to stay
Order
alive.
another round. Order
Oh,
another
yeah,
round.
bud.
Good ball.
I gotta do
She's
a
telling
fuck-
him you're embarrassing me.
I gotta do a West stream in like 2 hours.
Oh,
Yeah, don't
sweet, we
forget
get
to
to
tune
watch.
in for West.
Yeah, we get to watch Detox.
Yeah, Romani, you coming on the West with us? They're always a lot of fun.
Yes,
All right,
yes,
for
I will
sure.
be there. I will be there.
For sure. Yeah, no, it's
She was making a
West-
comment. I can't read all of that.
Oh. Whoever was speaking facts about playing two tall strikers is one dimensional. They're speaking not but truth.
Yeah, that's Mario, who's in our chat, and that's not that's kind of a double negative thought. Is all I can say to that.
dude, use horrible English grammar.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that right now. Like,
Yeah.
It
That-
sounds like me, man. Come on, dude.
that was not
Oh,
paying attention.
Fantasma's
in grades,
through?
like I don't know, 2 through 10, basically.
Oh,
That sounded like one of
extra touch.
Cash's really late
Oh.
night posts when he's mad.
Oh, Holics gonna end it.
Oh,
What are we
Fantasma
doing?
playing for the other team.
God.
What are we
Fantasma's
Oh my
playing for
doing?
the
God,
other
they
team.
tackled each other.
my.
If they score at the death because of that, I am gonna laugh so hard.
I don't know how you just completely
Box.
Just run away. Just run away. Just run
Yeah.
away.
literally
Oh,
just get
yeah.
as far away
Wow.
from the other striker as possible. Like, why are you
Wow,
running
wow,
towards
wow.
him?
Yeah, that's amazing.
Congratulations to not
Holy
getting
shit.
first rounded.
Yeah, congratulations to all the teams who went through tonight. I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
definitely
Games.
Was there
winning
any
round
real
one is
upset in
super hard.
D1?
I wouldn't say
Whatever
upset,
Viva and
but
Fatal was, it was a lot.
Yeah.
Surprises.
I wouldn't say upset, but I would say Fatal absolutely crushing.
Yeah,
Viva
I didn't
was
think that
probably
was
Yeah,
the
I would say
biggest
the
surprise of
score
night.
line is a
Mhm.
surprise. I'm not surprised by that result, man. We've been watching a
Mhm.
Fatal team that no one thinks is good
Yup.
for 3 years now win a
Just
ton
win.
of ACL titles. So
Yup.
it's
Romani.
just what they fucking do. You know what
Hold
I mean?
on, hold on.
That-
Romani,
that
what? I
team-
wasn't paying attention.
When I was saying that, Fred was talking about how people don't think Fatal's any good, and I said, cough,
I
cough,
never
Romani.
said they weren't bad. I just said they have their days where they're like
No,
amazing, and they have their days where they've just turned FIFA on for the first time.
Like they don't they have a different switch in playoffs.
In playoffs. Yup.
Absolutely.
And I
that team will
clearly-
coast
I
through
see
the
that.
regular season.
I didn't
they
see
know
that the
they're good enough to make the playoffs. I mean, shit. Look at last season. They won the entire ACL as the fucking 8th seed.
I agree, and that's why I keep saying it's just you don't know which team you're gonna get because the first season they got blown out, the second
Right.
season they won. Now they're winning. Now they're looking great. They look amazing. Clearly, they
That
just
team-
shit on Viva for 2 games, but you don't know who. So I don't know who I'm gonna get on Tuesday. I have no idea which Fatal team I'm getting on Tuesday.
That team seems to continually get better as the year goes on. So I don't know that they've won season 1 of ACL ever. They do most of their work in season 2 and season 3 because, well, they used to play, like 75 leagues and 13 Relampagos or BYOTs a week, and so like they just play more than anyone else. Now that's turned into the queue, but I mean you'll see some of their players in the queue playing 16 to 18 hours a day, and they just they grind. Like they play the game more than anyone else. They learn the mechanics of the game, and like I said, I don't think I've ever seen them win season 1. Season 2 and season 3 a ton of times.
So we have a message from Chivas again. Fatal is in playoffs is a different playoffs, which I agree. But still, Peanut. Oh, fucking Peanut.
Well,
Dude.
that's
you,
from Peanut. He's ripping on Ramadi right now.
I miss you, Peanut, man. It's been a while. I hope you're doing good. Hope you're doing okay.
He still ball rolls out of bounds and subs.
He still ball rolls out of bounds?
Yep.
That never changes. Oh, Peanut, man. Good times.
Shout out the
Oh,
shortest
yeah.
player in ACL, Peanut, man.
We got
The
just
shortest player.
Shout
Yeah,
out to
Chesko,
the
my boy
shortest player
Chesko.
in ACL, Peanut, man. You know what I mean?
Peanut with the smallest head on the ACL too.
Peanut with the
crazy.
easiest, smallest head. In both heads.
Hey, yo!
Whoa.
And the Twitch channel just got banned. There we go.
And we're back.
Hey,
Thanks for
there
calling
we
us,
go.
guys.
It said who won, so we got Fatal won, Holix won, and VT.
Yeah.
So next round we got what? Most hated Holix on that side, and then VT versus Fatal on the other side.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a good game.
Those are both good games. Yeah. So, all right, boys. Well, I'm heading out. I'll see y'all tonight. West Stream, 9:30 Pacific, 12:30 Eastern. Join us. Late night vibes.
All right, boys. Everybody have a good one. Thanks for tuning in, guys. The East. We'll see you soon.
Everybody.
Thanks, everybody.